Hello, my friend. Welcome to another adventure.
It's been over 100 degrees nearly everywhere I've been, so what better place than to spend it at the lake. Steep trail. I can already see the rocks though. The great thing about Tahoe is that it's absolutely beautiful. The bad thing about it is that because of that, so many people flock here during the summer. It's incredibly crowded. Sometimes it's impossible to even get parking. But the perimeter of the lake, the majority, is pretty steep and treacherous. So if you take the wrong step, it's really easy to go tumbling down the hill and wreck yourself. I know from personal experience, but if you know all these little secret trails, you can get a cove just like this all to yourself in the peak of summer. I got a new paddleboard. Do you like it? So nice out. There's so many fish right now. It's the craziest. I've never seen this many little fish in here. I actually saw a monster earlier. I don't know if you can see them, but there's a bunch of them. They're gonna grow up and be big fish that Hannah doesn't catch. Oh, there's a little bit of boat wake. See all the boulders? There's so many of them. That is usually a beach, but it's almost entirely covered in water. Just some rocks that you can sit on. There's a cave right there that I can probably paddle to right now because the water's so high. Should I go in the cave? Into the cave! Transported right to the Caribbean. The water's so teal and clear and the sand is so white. If only I was actually there. This is the next best thing. It's amazing! Well, I just dropped my GoPro in the lake and as clear as it is, not sure I'm gonna be able to find it. So RIP to that footage. I'm just gonna take it again. Hope that maybe I can dive down and find it later. Well, you know, not every beautiful sunny day ends in happy endings. Okay, time to get some lunch. I'm hungry.
My friends brought me some snorkel gear, and thankfully we were able to locate the GoPro.
I was gonna make lunch, but there's really no good place to camp right by this lake, so I do know of one other spot nearby that nobody else really knows about, so I'm thinking about heading there instead. Before that, I'm gonna finish a cup of coffee, and if you want to support the channel, make sure you check out my coffee. I have 3 different blends. Personally, I like Hannah's Magic because the darker the better, but if you don't like coffee, you can also send me a message on my fan page, and you can find the links for both of those down below in the description. So supposedly there's this little secret lake up here at the end of this really long trail. It's closed most of the year due to snowfall, but I figured this would be the perfect time to explore. Let's go check it out. What do we have here? No matter how far out into the middle of nowhere you go, there still seems to be some very strange things that you come across. Like a bunch of bagged up pine cones that somebody just left here on the side of a forest road. Anybody need some free pine cones? When I said secret lake, I wasn't expecting something like this. This is straight out of a fairy tale. There's only one other person here. They're fishing over there, so I don't want to be loud and disruptive, but I can't wait to come back here on my motorcycle and have a whole adventure of it. It's just like so quiet and peaceful up here. There's all these little tiny camp spots on the side of the lake. Look how cool this hearth-like fireplace is. Right by the lake. This is so cool. I'm gonna throw a line in the water and see if I can catch anything before dinner. But really, I was not expecting something this beautiful. I've just got this little parade of small fish following my bait. So I'm gonna move over to this other spot and see if I can have better luck. Can you hear that? Oh yeah, that's right. You can't hear anything because it's so quiet. A little bit different setting than Lake Tahoe. This lake is tiny and private, and Tahoe is very large and busy. I'll take this any day because there's no boom boxes or people and all these little camp spots right around the lake. You can drop your line in, watch the sunset. This is what dreams are made of. Good thing I have a backup for dinner. No fish for Hannah. Open my screen door and watch the magic happen. Look at that beauty. It may seem so silly, but after you've popped a truck camper up and down so many times, this is so nice. Okay, so I gave up on the fishing. It was getting late. It's time to make something for dinner. And I've been craving none other than a grilled cheese. But not just any grilled cheese. A jalapeno popper grilled cheese. And I can't wait to try it, so let's get started. Okay, so prep is pretty easy. Just gonna cut up 2 jalapenos. I'm using both fresh jalapenos and the pickled variety. I want to mix them together. 1/4 cup of jalapenos. Now some pickled jalapenos. That's a lot of jalapenos. I probably didn't need that many. And lastly, cilantro. And if you're the type of person that thinks cilantro tastes like soap, you should leave the cilantro out. But I, for one, love it. So now I'm just gonna mix everything into this bowl and then we're gonna assemble the grilled cheese. We're gonna take 4 ounces of softened cream cheese. It needs to be a little bit softer. Do I smell bacon? 4 slices of bacon broken up. Probably should have crumbled that a little better. Cup of cheddar cheese that's been shredded. Then a 1/4 cup of jalapenos. Then some cilantro. And then salt and pepper. Now I'm just going to mix this all up. Should I taste test it? It's good. Next is the bread. And I didn't just get any bread. I got jalapeno sourdough. Okay. Butter the outside of the bread. Now we're going to butter this side. Perfect. Put that on low. We're going to put the cream cheese right on top. Okay, so this is not the healthiest meal I've ever made, but I've been very conscious of what I've been eating the last couple weeks, and my ankle is finally starting to feel better, so I think I'm going to treat myself to a grilled cheese. The butter sides stay towards the pan. You hear that sizzle? Perfect sizzle. Check this out. We're going to flip it. Ooh, buddy. Perfect. Look at that beautifulness. I gotta make sure it's turned down though because I need the inside to get nice and toasty. It's on low, but it's still. I think it's time to pull her off and cut her in half. Hear that crunch. I'm so excited. Look at that. Perfect golden brown. Both sides are perfect. Oh yeah. Talk about a grilled cheese. Look at that. Oh yeah. Look at that cheesy goodness. Jalapeno, bacon, cream cheese, cilantro, and cheddar cheese. It's time to take a bite. So good. Oh my gosh. I think this is the best grilled cheese I've maybe ever had. If you like grilled cheese and you like spicy things, like jalapeno poppers, you have to try this recipe. I'm gonna enjoy the rest of my sandwich and then I'm gonna clean up. Just sitting here enjoying the sounds of the birds. It's so rare that I can find a spot where there's no one around. Like I can't hear any people or any road noise or any music. I can really just hear the birds right now. It's kind of nice. The last couple months have just been full of projects. It's kept me so busy, but I want to get back into what really made me fall in love with traveling, and that's just getting out to the most beautiful places I can find, new places I haven't been, and I'm just really excited to take you along. So stay tuned because there's some really beautiful places coming. Thanks again for being here, and I'll see you next week. Signing off. Bye. Birds, frogs, bugs. But I have a screen so they can't get me.